Alright, so this is gonna be like a little series, I guess, that I'm gonna do on SRTE, like if you want to get into the game, but you know, you don't know how, or you're overwhelmed by the amount of things that there are in the game. I'm just gonna like play a track, make a little series, and talk about sort of all the various things that go into competitive play and so on and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with the start, right? So first things first, when you start a game of SRTE, when you start a map, you're going to have this little, I'm going to save state here, you're going to have this little bit here where you have to get the best start you possibly can, and that was pretty good. So how did I pull that one off? Well, first things first, you are gonna spawn on the start line here. You're always gonna spawn in the same place. If you're in two-player, you're gonna spawn in the same place, but off to the left and to the right. And the main objective is to get past this electric barrier here with, like, as soon as it disappears and with as much speed as you possibly can. And the best way to do that, there's a couple ways to do it. My preferred way is to walk backwards until the end of the two-bong and then just hold forward. The other thing that people do is run backwards until they get to this line, and then when the two hits, they will run forward. I'm not very good at this strat because I don't use it myself, but they get to like here, when the two hits, they'll run forward and they'll cross the line. But I suck at this, so yeah. The next thing to do, if you're playing a B button gear, or like any boost gear, apart from Berserker and Magic Carpet, you'll want to do a boost chain off the start line. And what this is a very simple little input. So when you cruise, if you press B, it will immediately set your speed to 200, right? But if you boost while drifting, it doesn't work the same way. If you boost while drifting, what will happen is your speed will be set to 1.2 the speed of your like initial value before you boost. So for example, I'll boost here. I was at 60 speed and I did a boost chain and I went to 70 speed. Now this is obviously pretty bad to do at slow speeds because you don't want to, you know, go slower than you would cruise normally. Jet cruises at like 140 normally, so if I boost chain at 70, that's pretty crap. But when you cross the start line, you'll cross the start line, if you do it properly, with like 230 speed, which is pretty good. Let me just restart it so you can see that. So it will display your speed on the right there, and you can see I started with 230 speed. If I boost chain at 230, I'll have like 253 speed, for example. And that's something that you can easily achieve by just drifting on the start line and boosting immediately on the drift. I think you can buffer the drift here, so I'm gonna hold L and turn. Yeah, so you can buffer this. All you have to do is time your B button press. But you can hold L and the turn, you know, during the run, which is something you can do yourself. It's really not that hard. But yeah, once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is just maintain that speed, try not to get hit, and then when your boost runs out, just do another one. And another one, until you get to a ramp or an obstacle or a turn or whatever. But yeah, when you're playing in multiplayer, something to be aware of is your opponent most likely will be trying to do this as well, unless they're playing a cruising gear or like high booster. They'll be doing this as well, and some of them will try to hit you out of it. So it's important that you're aware about what you're doing, and you know, either try not to get hit or hit your opponent. and punish them for it. But yeah, that's effectively part 1 of this. I'm gonna do the next one on ramps and sort of general routing you can do in this stage. But yeah, if you like this, let me know. If you have any questions, there is the community or competitive discussion in the SRTE Discord. Yeah, thanks for watching.